This is Bear Clooney. Thank you so much for coming to Bear Clooney Watches channel. And here we are today with the Bunny Girl.
Hi everyone.
Bunny Girl, thank you for coming to Bear Clooney channel.
Thank you for having me.
We have a great opportunity to learn about how Bunny Girl thinks about watches, to give us a little bit of the female perspective on appreciation for watches, watch collecting, and how do tastes evolve. So, Bunny Girl, why don't you tell us, how did watches enter your life?
Well, watches entered my life through love of jewelry and always accessorizing my jewelry with what I was wearing. It was very important to me that it kind of, the whole look came together, and watches was a part of the jewelry and not so much its functionality as I now see it. So having to buy fashion watches, I had quite a few of them, but as we all know, they're quartz, they run on batteries, they don't last long, so I had to keep replacing them. Now, as a woman, I don't mind shopping for watches.
Now, those shopping watches obviously were aesthetically pleasing for you.
Well, yes, absolutely, and I was able to mix and match with whatever I was wearing, which was great.
Now, did anything change? Did anything change in your approach to watches, and why?
Well, certainly you and your love of watches and the whole factors that you've been going on now 3 years have developed in me a deep appreciation for the real watches, the watches that have the proper movements, that have truly aesthetic beauty to them, as well as, for me, it's very important, history.
Interesting. So you do, if I understand correctly, what you found is the two new elements of appreciation were movements, so the technical aspect of the watch.
Correct.
And history, which is so dear to your heart.
Absolutely.
Nice. So you kind of started your own little collection.
Yes, I did. And I have some very beautiful watches that I get complimented on all the time. And even though majority of people don't understand the horology world, which I am one of them, but I'm developing slowly to appreciate it more, they can see, as we've mentioned, its beauty, its history, and of course, its movement, and develop an appreciation for it like you would any piece of art.
Nice. So I would like to talk a little bit about your first watch in your collection, which was Seiko 5. And that watch belonged to somebody very important to you.
Yes, it belonged to my father, who passed away 10 years ago.
So the story goes, one evening we were kind of cleaning and disassembling the couch, and deep inside the couch we found a broken Seiko 5.
Yes, we did.
That was his watch.
Yes, it was.
And if I remember correctly, you said to me, "Oh, that's my dad's watch. Too bad it's broken. What can I do about it?"
Right, and I felt really sad because it was a part of him that I wanted to keep, and also was hoping maybe we could fix it. I wasn't sure.
So the first discovery of advantages of a mechanical watch, of non-fashion watch, was that this kind of watches can be fixed.
Well, yes.
So we took the Seiko 5 to Vrej, our dear friend, and he did fantastic job.
Yes, he did.
So this became a first piece in your collection, which you're very emotionally connected with. Would you mind showing us your Seiko 5?
Absolutely. So this is my dad's Seiko 5. It is a man's watch, but I do wear it, and I get lots of compliments on it. I do like that it's a little bit big, so it gives me a little bit versatility, more of a sporty look. It's still very classy. It's not too big.
I think it's a beautiful watch. I love the white silver dial. It gives it more dressy feeling. I like the hands. I like everything about it. And also, you know that Seiko 5 has a great history. We are together very big fans of Seiko watches. And this piece is the entry-level mechanical watch of choice for many.
Yes.
And I think it's so appropriate that besides its emotional connection, that this watch kind of was entry for you in the world of quality mechanical watches.
Right, and it's no secret, you've probably already displayed your Grand Seiko, but that is my favorite watch from your collection.
Really?
Absolutely. I love that watch. I never want you to get rid of that watch.
Now,
Never.
you do know that Blair Clooney's reputation is that he's a Rolex fanboy.
Yeah, that's okay. I know that, but sometimes you got to break the rules, right?
Of course, and you do know that I love my Grand Seiko.
Yes, and I love it too, so.
So what's your next watch that you want to show us in your collection?
The next watch that I'm going to show you is my Bulova. It's the Super Seville.
Yes, Super Seville. Very nice piece. I see you dressed it up in a pink bunny colors.
Well, we have to give it a feminine touch, and it's a very great summer watch. I can't wait to wear it for the summer. It's just going to pop, and it's going to look great.
Now, this watch, I mean, Bulova as a brand is a very significant brand. We're talking a brand that started in United States. That was a brand that was for a certain time made in Switzerland. Your specific piece, when we opened it and Resh had looked at it, we discovered that it is Swiss-made piece.
Right.
Now, we do know that this is a homage to the day date. We do know that some watch snobs are not big fans of the homage watches, but do we really care?
No, I'm not a big fan of any snob. I think you personally, as a watch lover or a lover of any art, have your feelings and your emotions attached to it, and you should certainly grow with that and do what makes it feel right for yourself and not what the world of watch thinks or feels is the one watch that should rule them all, as we say.
Bear Clooney and Bunny Girl are anti-snob.
Anti-snob all the way.
Right on. Thank you. Would you like to share another watch with us from your collection?
Certainly. This watch here is my Omega Genève.
Oh, well, we're talking Omega, of course. It's a beautiful blue dial. Omega Genève, very classical vintage piece. And I do notice that you appreciate vintage pieces. I am assuming that's mainly because of their aesthetics, because of their design.
Also, I love the look that women were wearing back in those days. I'm going to assume this is about the 40s or 50s.
No. You do know this watch was worn by men.
Well, yes, I'm sure it was. But however, I think it looks wonderful on a woman. I think it's a very simple, elegant style. And I think any woman can get away with wearing this, regardless if a man wore it. It's got that pow, that class. It's just super.
What do you like about this watch?
I like simplicity. I'm not a lot into a design and shiny things. I like that it's very elegant. It's simple. And we changed, I believe, the band on this one as well.
Yes.
The strap. And
yes.
I think that color blue, which I really love, is a great accessory for if you're wearing more everyday work clothing. It's nice, it's classy, it's simple and elegant.
Beautiful. You know, it's a truly nicely balanced dial. I appreciate that very much. I love how thin it is. It's a truly beautiful watch of a significant history. This is the time when Omega, Longines, and Rolex were competing for the top brand. I think this is a beautiful watch from those two factors that you like, the movement itself and the history of the watch. And obviously you would never pick a piece that aesthetically doesn't suit your taste.
Absolutely. I have to agree that although we discussed movement and history, the first factor for me in choosing a watch has to be its aesthetics. It has to suit me. It has to suit my personality. It has to be something I'm comfortable wearing. And I think anybody in the watch world, male or female, look at it that way too, or should look at it that way.
You know, many men collecting watches, they like to tick the boxes. So when they collect the watches,
sure,
they like to have a diver, a dress watch, a Flieger, a chronograph, and so on and so on.
Well, those are your collectors, right?
Yeah, those are. You're a collector too. Now, you feel that ladies are doing that slightly different. I'm getting a feeling that to you, it's a dress watch that has a primary role in your appreciation of watches.
Absolutely, and I think that the watch world, without doubt, is geared towards men because of its image that it portrays, its movement. Men are more into the technical aspects than women are. We are more into the beauty, into the aesthetics, how it feels on us, what kind of attachment do we develop, and that is how women look at watches, I believe.
Now, we're coming slowly, I think, to your favorite brand.
Yes.
Now, I don't think our friend Paul Pluta, Archie, will appreciate that because he's not a big fan of that brand, but we'll forgive him this time.
Well, you know, we like Archie a lot. So I understand everyone has their own personal tastes in watches, and it's a very personal journey for many people. However, for me, this Longines is a beauty. It was an amazing find. It is the Longines, and it's an automatic.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at those
and you can
numbers.
Speak more to it.
Look at that dial. Everything is just, look at the 3D feeling on it. That cream, beautiful saddle, nice color. I think this watch is gorgeous. Now, mind you, I am a big fan of Longines. Longines had an interesting history. It kind of went from a brand to choose. Then they did some funny things, decreased their quality through the quartz crisis. And I think they're on their way back. As our friend Federico is a fan of Longines, and he actually speaks of some really interesting pieces. They're very much about their heritage,
right.
Their design from the vintage pieces.
Right.
So they do a lot of reissues, which are beautiful.
And they can build on that. That is so important to many people like me who do appreciate that aspect.
And I think your Longines is absolutely gorgeous. So you don't have to be a big fan of Longines to appreciate your piece. And at the end, I want you to introduce to us your only luxury piece.
Yes.
And this piece was a gift to you, which is also emotional connection with it.
Absolutely.
So it was one of those Christmases when it happened, and Bunny Girl opened
2 years ago.
That beautiful red box, eh?
Yes.
And what was inside?
What was inside was the Cartier Ballon Bleu.
That is absolute beauty.
And if I may speak to that, the very popular choice for women on the Cartier watches is obviously the tank, which, as we know, Jacqueline Kennedy had, and many women who are in more higher prestigious roles, or women that generally want a watch that's more feminine, will pick the tank. I have to tell you, I tried on the tank. I didn't like it on me personally. It didn't suit me. I don't like square watch face at all. As you can see, I don't have any one of those in my collection.
We share that. They don't look good on me either. I like them, like aesthetically. I look at them. I appreciate them, like Reverso from Jaeger-LeCoultre,
right.
or as you said, Legendary Tank.
Sure.
However, when I wear it, I don't find it to be suiting my taste. And you, I guess, the same. But you found your Cartier piece.
I found my Cartier piece and I absolutely love it. I have to tell you, I wear it a lot because it is a very versatile watch. I can wear it going out in the evening. I can wear it at work. I can wear it to a fancy event. This watch suits me. I get so many compliments on it. I engage people in the discussion. Some people do recognize it as a Ballon Bleu because of its unique dial here.
Not dial, but the crown.
The crown, pardon me. And so it's engaging, and in a way it's kind of nice that you can teach people about watches that they never knew about, yet they can also appreciate its beauty. And Cartier, everyone knows, is a well-known watch brand. So
yes, you see, some people like to talk about Cartier being a fashion brand, yet we need to recognize Cartier being exceptional horological brand.
True.
With some exceptional horological contribution.
Right.
There is a very good video from Federico that actually addresses that and talks about those horological achievements. It is only those who are not really familiar with Cartier that make that mistake and talk about Cartier being a fashion brand. Cartier is highly respected, really highly recognized horological brand, and what a fantastic choice for your first luxury piece.
Absolutely.
Where do we go from here? I mean, you continue searching for the watches, learning about watches. What's your approach? How are you thinking?
Well, right now I'm very happy with what I have. I'm not seeking to get anything extra or something that's in front of my mind that I would like. Certainly if it comes along, which we got very lucky with the Longines and the Omega, I will not turn down that offer. Absolutely not, because these watches will last me forever. It won't be like I discussed earlier, my fashion watches. These are permanent.
And at the end, Bunny Girl, what would be your message for ladies and fashion watches?
Well, my advice would be pick what you like, what feels good on you, what looks good on you, what represents you as a woman, and if you can get a little bit more expert advice on it, go for it and make that one watch or your first purchase a watch that will last you forever, because it is an investment, but it's an investment for life.
Wonderful. Thank you, Bunny Girl, for showing up on the Bear Clooney channel. Thank you for giving us your insights, and thank you for your state of the collection. Bye, Bunny Girl.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.